everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Narendra and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 30th of August 2022. Let's start. Who has been appointed as the new chairman of Defense Research and the Development Organization in the year 2022? So veteran scientist Dr. Samir V. Kamath has been appointed as the new chairman of Defense Research and the Development Organization, and he has succeeded Dr. G. Satish Reddy, who will take charge as scientific advisor to the Union Defense Minister. And earlier, Dr. Samir V. Kamath was the Director General of Naval Systems and Materials at DRDO since the year 2017. Okay, so now onwards, the new chairman of DRDO is Samir V. Kamath. Next is, which country has been hit by the tropical cyclone Ma-on? So the Philippines has been hit by the tropical cyclone Ma-on that has damaged the main Luzon island in the country. And the cyclone has killed at least 3 people and injured 4 others as per the country's National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. So Ma-on was the 6th tropical cyclone to hit the Philippines this year. Okay, and talking about the Philippines, it is the southern East Asian country. Okay, next is, which Indian economist has been appointed as the executive director for India at the International Monetary Fund? So former chief economic advisor K.V. Subramaniam has been appointed as the executive director for India at the International Monetary Fund, and his term will continue for a period of 3 years or until the further orders. And the tenure of economist Surjit S. Bhalla as ED in IMF has been curtailed up to 31st of October 2022. Fine. So now onwards, the new executive director for India at the IMF is Mr. K.V. Subramanian. Next is, which union ministry has published Battery Waste Management Rules 2022? So Ministry of Environment, Forest and the Climate Change has recently published the Battery Waste Management Rules for 2022, and the new rules will replace the Batteries Management and Handling Rules 2001 to ensure environmentally sound management of the waste batteries. Okay, so the rules cover all types of the batteries, including electric vehicle batteries and portable batteries, automotive batteries, and the industrial batteries, etc. Okay, so this new rule has been published by Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Which bank has the highest market share of the debit cards? So as per the data collected by PGA Labs, which is the country's largest bank, the State Bank of India remains at the top with a 30% market share of debit card as of June 2022. However, the bank has registered a 6% drop in the year-on-year growth, and Bank of Baroda secured 2nd place, and then it was followed by Bank of India at 3rd position, and the 4th position was occupied by Canara Bank. Okay, so HDFC Bank and Axis Bank witnessed the highest growth in the segment, and HDFC Bank also topped in the credit cards segment, and then it was further followed by SBI and ICICI Bank. Okay, so if we talk about the market share in terms of debit card, first is State Bank of India, second is BOB, and third is Bank of India. While if we talk about the credit card segment, then topper bank was HDFC, second was SBI, and third was ICICI. Okay, next is which subsidiary of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, that is BPCL, has been amalgamated with BPCL. So Bharat Gas Resources Limited, which is 100% subsidiary of Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, has been amalgamated with the parent company. And this order that approves the amalgamation was issued by the Corporate Affairs Ministry, and this scheme of amalgamation has become effective from 16th of August. Okay, so correct answer would be Bharat Gas Resources Limited. Arjun Erigaisi, who was seen in the news recently, is associated with which sport? So India's Grandmaster Arjun Erigaisi won the Abu Dhabi Masters chess title by scoring 2 back-to-back victories. Okay, and as per the live ranking, he is placed at the 24th position, and he is the third among the Indians. And who are the top two? First is Vishwanathan Anand and second is D. Gukesh. Okay, the rank of Vishwanathan Anand overall is 12th position, and D. Gukesh has been ranked at 20th position overall. Okay, and Arjun Erigaisi has been ranked at 24th. Correct answer would be chess. Next is which states top the country in terms of food grain production as per the recent data? So as per the recent data, Punjab and Haryana are among the top states in terms of food grain production and yield. Fine. And Uttar Pradesh and some other western and the southern states have the highest production of non-food grains. And food grains include, for example, rice, wheat, pulses, and coarse cereals, while the non-food grains include oilseeds, cotton, sugarcane, and jute. Okay, so the net sown area has reduced in the state Odisha, Maharashtra, and in Bihar, while it has gone up in the states Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Uttar Pradesh. Fine. So Punjab and Haryana are the topper states in terms of food grain production in the country. Which Indian company has partnered with UNESCO to promote the intangible cultural heritage of India? So what is the full form of UNESCO? United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. Okay, so it has recently partnered with India's leading motorcycle brand Royal Enfield, and now they are set to promote and safeguard the intangible cultural heritage of India, starting with the Himalayas. Okay, so India is one of the 178 countries to have adopted the 2003 UNESCO Convention for safeguarding of the intangible cultural heritage, right? So basically UNESCO has partnered with Royal Enfield to promote the intangible cultural heritage of India. Next is Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Homi Bhabha Cancer Hospital and the Research Center in which state? So Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated Homi Bhabha Cancer Hospital and the Research Center in the Mohali district of Punjab state. Okay, and Homi Bhabha Cancer Hospital and Research Center is equipped with the state-of-the-art facilities to treat all types of cancer, and this hospital has been built at a cost of 660 crore rupees. By whom? By Tata Memorial Center. Fine. Next is Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Khadi Utsa in which state or the Union Territory? So Narendra Modi has recently inaugurated the 470 acres Smriti Van Memorial in Bhuj. Why? To address Khadi Utsav at the Sabarmati riverfront in Ahmedabad. Okay, and also he has laid the foundation stone of various developmental projects during his visit to the state of Gujarat. So he will also address a program that marks the commemoration of 40 years of Suzuki in India soon. Okay. So recently Khadi Utsa has been inaugurated by our Prime Minister in the state of Gujarat. Next is, what is the name of India's first indigenous aircraft carrier, that is IAC-1? So Indian Navy has announced that India's first indigenous aircraft carrier will be commissioned on 2nd of September. And as per the Navy, the warship will be named as Vikrant, and it will mark a milestone of realization of nation's commitment towards self-reliance. Okay, and this ship was first launched in August 2013, while the sea trials began in August 2021. Okay, so India's very first indigenous aircraft carrier has been named as Vikrant. Fine. So these were the most important current affairs and the news from today, and now we'll move on to our revision part. First of all, we'll see important winners in different sports or events. After that, we'll see important venues that have to be remembered. After it, we'll come to our important institutions part. Okay. So first of all, let's see some of the important winners that were in news. Which country won the gold medal in the open section of 44th Chess Olympiad? So first of all, what was the venue of this 44th Chess Olympiad? So the venue was Chennai from the state Tamil Nadu. Okay. And if we talk about the open section of this tournament, then the winner was Uzbekistan. After that, it was followed by Armenia, and third was India. Okay. And if we talk about the women's team, then topper was Ukraine, second was Georgia, and third was India. Okay. So these are the two different categories. Harmeet Desai and Sathiyan Gnansekaran, who won the gold for India, play which sport? So they are related to table tennis, and recently they have defeated Singapore in the Commonwealth Games 2022 to win this gold along with Sharat Kamal. Okay. Casper Ruud, who recently won the Swiss Open, is from which country? Don't forget that. Who is the winner of Swiss Open? Answer would be Casper Ruud, and he is from the country Norway. Okay. And Casper Ruud has won this tournament by defeating Matteo Berrettini, who is from the country Italy. Fine. Which racing driver won the 2022 Hungarian Grand Prix title? So this Grand Prix has been won by Max Verstappen, second was Lewis Hamilton, and third was George Russell. Fine. And this was Max Verstappen's 28th win of his career. Jeremy Lalran-Nunga, who won the gold medal in the Commonwealth Games, plays which sports? So he is associated with weightlifting, and recently he has won the gold medal in the Commonwealth Games in the 67 kgs category, and he is from which state of India? Answer is Mizoram. Okay. Which of the following badminton championships has been won by India for the first time in 2022? So if you remember, we have won the Thomas Cup this year. So India's men badminton team has defeated the country Indonesia to win the Thomas Cup. And if we talk about the Uber Cup, then South Korea has won it by defeating the country China. Right? Which Indian player won the Parisian Open A chess tournament 2022 in Serbia? So this tournament has been won by Pragnanantha R. Fine. And if we talk about some more winners, then don't forget that Singapore Open 2022 championship was won by PV Sindhu. Right? Then second is Malaysia Masters badminton title 2022. It was won by Chico Ora. Right? And don't forget that Arjun Babuta, Mehuli Ghosh and Tushar Mane are related with shooting, and recently they were in news because they have earned the gold medal. Fine. So you can be asked that these players are associated with which field? Answer would be shooting. Okay. Next we'll see important venues. Which is the venue of the 4th edition of the India Clean Air Summit? So this summit was hosted by Bengaluru, and this was its 4th edition. Which is the venue of the Silk Mark Expo, which was recently inaugurated? Answer would be New Delhi. Which is the venue of the National Conference of Women Police? Answer is Shimla. Which is the venue of the 17th Pravasi Bharatiya Divas 2023? First of all, also this day is known as NRI Day, and every year we celebrate this day on 9th of January because this is the same day when Mahatma Gandhi returned back to India from South Africa in the year 1915, right? So venue of this event would be Indore. Which is the venue of the International Conference on Responsible Packaging? This is New Delhi. Which is the venue of the India International Seafood Show? Answer is Kolkata. Which is the venue of the International Dairy Federation World Dairy Summit? This is New Delhi. Which state is the venue of India-Oman Joint Military Drill named as Al-Naja? Don't forget that Al-Naja is the joint military drill between which two countries, India and Oman. And for this year, the venue was Rajasthan state. Fine. And talking about few more important venues, don't forget that for the year 2023, the venue of Asian Games is the country China, right? And what is the venue of 13th Petersburg Climate Dialogue 2022? Answer is Berlin, right? We have covered all this news if you remember. Now let's see some of the important institutions that were in news. Which institution has developed a fermentation method to produce a sugar substitute called as xylitol? So recently, this sugar substitute, whose name is xylitol, has been developed by the researchers from IIT Guwahati. And they have developed it from sugarcane bagasse, which is a kind of residue that is left after crushing the sugarcane. And this is totally anti-diabetic, okay? Which institution has developed the vertical launch short-range surface-to-air missile? So recently, DRDO has successfully tested it from Chandipur in the state of Odisha. And these missiles are completely equipped with indigenous radio frequency seeker, and they intercept the target with high accuracy, okay? Which state has announced to set up online monitoring system of medicines in the government-run medical institution? Answer would be Kerala state, okay? And Kerala has taken this step so as to keep track of medicines in the government-run medical institutions. Which institution announced performance-based fund allocation to the states and the union territories to strengthen the health facility? Answer is National Health Authority. So they have announced the performance-based fund allocation to the states and the union territories for strengthening the registries of the healthcare professionals and the health facilities as well, okay? So it will basically help in structured implementation of Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission, and 500 crore rupees was allocated for setting up of Ayushman Bharat Digital Missions offices in the states and the union territories by the financial year 2025 to 26. Which institution has successfully developed a 3D printed cornea from the human donor corneal tissue? So this technique has been developed by the researchers from IIT Hyderabad. And for the very first time in India, researchers have developed an artificial cornea and transplanted it into a rabbit eye, okay? Which institution launched Spark, which is a kind of virtual space tech park? It has been developed by ISRO. And who's the chairman of ISRO? Mr. S. Somnath. And he was made the chairman of ISRO by replacing K. few months back, right? Priority sector landing is mandated by which institution? So this type of landing is mandated by Reserve Bank of India. And recently it has released the list of states, union territories and the districts which are dominated by different minority communities for extending the PSL scheme that is implemented by scheduled commercial banks, okay? So these are the few important institutions that have to be revised and retained, okay? Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Minu Sana signing off.